What's cracking, movie trivia Schmoedown fans? It's your boy C-Dub, and today we got an epic battle. The debuting team of ShireWolves with Rachel the Crusher Cushing and Classy Clark Wolf taking on the Lion's Den. Those pesky people over there with Ken Knapsack and Tom Dagnino. I got the ShireWolves destroying these asshats, so let's get it started.
For sakes. People have been asking me about Rachel Cushing, a mysterious figure from the north. When I was asked to enter the Schmoedown, when I was begged by the fans to come into the Schmoedown, I thought how best to enter the Schmoedown world. This is going to be the first step into a larger world. That's from Star Wars.
Thank you.
We are here to compete. We're not here for a sideshow. When everyone else is shouting, we are here to win.
Boom.
Look, you have Clark Wolf, who has become a damn superstar in this league, paired up with the former champion, Mark Riley, and let's see what the two of them are going to do together. You had the decision where JTE had reached out to Clark and said, hey, you'll be my teammate, and she shocked everyone by announcing that the then champion was going to be her teammate. And your winner! Playing for the titles against the Patriots, they are Clark Wolf, Mark Riley, the Wolves of Steel!
Latna.
Yeah, man.
Title shot.
Yeah.
I knew we can do it. And Clark, I know you want a belt.
You know, Mark Riley, I want a belt.
I am personally very saddened by your loss here today. Mark Riley, you are still the reigning movie trivia champion.
That I am.
Singles.
That I am. Is that Con Air? No.
Mark Riley has been eliminated.
What's next for me is, I'm a veteran in this league.
You are.
I feel it. I'm taking a step down.
You are.
For, I don't know for how long, but I'm definitely gonna stop competing in the movie trivia league at this point.
We should have gotten those damn belts. It was a little too close for me. I know you're retired and everything for now, but can we have one more go?
All you had to do was ask. Let's do it.
Woo!
And your winner!
I think that we are getting to a place as a team where we are learning each other's strengths and weaknesses, learning how to cover each other's backs, like we were saying. So I'm really glad that as a team we've made it that far, and I think we're ready to keep going.
And your winner! Yes! Advancing into the finals, Sam!
You know, you've talked about it a little bit, and there's been rumblings about it, that this could have been your last match, you know? What's next for Wolves of Steel, and what's next for you?
Well, yeah, unfortunately, I got to stick to what I said and what I need to do, which is step down for a while. Like I've said, I really wanted that belt. The thing that stings so much is to get that close and letting my partner down, because I've been wanting to get that belt on her shoulder.
Not let me down.
Well, think.
When the Lion's Den commences,
Yeah.
with this member,
Yeah.
all hell will break loose.
Oh, okay.
Period.
Yeah. What? No! Get out! I do not believe what I am witnessing. Ken is part of the what?
Ken, what's going on? What happened out there? I didn't want to interrupt your interview, but Dagnino?
We started so strong. I didn't want to get in your path. I failed.
I don't
failed
believe
in
that.
defeating them.
It
How
happened
can we
once.
defeat them? We can't defeat them.
We can. There is absolutely a way. I know we can. I know we can do it together.
You're right.
All right. We're doing this.
Partners?
Partners. Come here.
Rachel Cushing is here. Rachel, wait for Ken to come out of the side. Rachel, where is Ken Knapsack?
Can we get Ken Knapsack, please?
I'm sure he's just running a little behind.
3, 2,
Chicken pox.
and your winners by way of technical knockout, Logan Tab!
I am so sorry. I almost missed my opportunity to congratulate these guys.
No! Knapsack just turned his back on Rachel Cushing. Left her to
Unbelievable.
dry.
This is my time. My time. I don't need any of you. I don't need Rachel. I have new friends now. I have new power. And this, for once in my life, is about me. You all right? You feel good?
I'm good, Ken. Don't worry about me.
Okay. Okay, you know, you could have avoided this if you just chose to stick by my side sooner.
I propose that you and the new love of your life, Dagnino, pair up as a team, and I will find a teammate to take you down.
I accept that challenge.
30 minutes Iron Man match for the Star Wars Movie Trivia Schmoedown Championship of the World.
How many times has normal rates at Han offered to pay Jabba if he would spare his life?
Sam, Pikachu, and
What just happened? What the smoke? Oh my goodness! Star Wars champion of the world! Sam, the warrior!
He gave an answer after the clock ran out. No question about that.
Shouldn't count.
Hey guys, sorry to interrupt. I just wanted to let you both know, as I'm sure you filled Tom in, that we will be playing a team match next season.
Be her and a partner.
Yeah, no, I don't think so, because I have a partner. I found that person. Hey, partner.
Oh, did you think that we were going to leave you hanging again? Of course it's me. ShireWolves.
Woo! We talked it over, and your offer to join your faction next month, that's not really going to work for us.
Listen, I totally understand. You guys have both been performing really well.
No. We want to join you now.
That's amazing.
Yeah! Fight Club in the house!
Trivia Schmoedown. I'm Christian Harloff, and it is the Team League. And my goodness, the Team League has a really fierce rivalry going on today. The Lions Den and the ShireWolves. And joining me today, it is the former two-time champion of the world, Mark Yodi Riley is here.
Thank you very much. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you. Especially for today, because I have somebody in
this
competition that I am rooting for, and I'm not afraid to say it. And the ShireWolves are my team. I can't wait to watch them in action for the first time.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, and listen, and plus the fact I have ShireWolves stickers on my computer.
I'm going to get some stickers myself.
And we've already heard the bias from the bias calls from the Lions Den, but you and I are fair. It's going to be a fair match. But look at what happened with this particular match and what has happened. The storyline in between this thing is incredible, because you look at the team of Ken Knapsack and Tom Dagnino, and the way that all came to be was that Ken and Rachel were teammates. Good teammates. Some said at first, some thought that Ken was the one who brought Rachel into the league, when in reality, it was Clark Wolf at Schmoedown Spectacular 1, to where she was listening to Rachel answer questions in the crowd and ran up to me and said, "You have to put her in the league." It was Clark Wolf who first noticed Rachel Cushing.
That's right.
Not to take anything from Ken. Ken brought her into the league, helped her out. They had the team, and then he, was absolutely despicable and turned on her. But
yeah, that was the shot heard around the world, still reverberating through the studio right now, and he is not well liked, and neither is his partner?
His manager in the Lions, and the Lions Den themselves have been a force to be reckoned with. You look at everything that they have done. The team champions are still the Patriots. They've been champions for a long time. Especially after we had this match, the big controversial match with Top 10, they're still the champions. However, if you look at what was going to happen, who Rachel Cushing was going to team up with, what was going to, how would it go down? Everyone was rumor. It was a rumor. Would it be Clark Wolf? Would it be Clark Wolf? And it indeed was Clark Wolf. And then would they join Emma? Would they join Emma? And they indeed did. They joined Emma. They're not trying to pull surprises. No. They're trying to form something very special, and they have so far. It is the ShireWolves. It is Emma Fyffe. It is Mark Andreyko, and it is the Star Wars champion Sam Witwer, who can't be here today. But that's a hell of a faction.
That is a faction to be reckoned with.
Yeah.
And this for our first match with the ShireWolves, we know Clark Wolf knows her trivia. We know Rachel Cushing knows her trivia. How do they work as a team? That's interesting. I know I can work with Clark Wolf. She is a classy competitor, and Rachel Cushing is just wonderful. So I think these two are really going to do something dynamic.
Well, let's hear what they're going to talk about right now.
Tom, you're here. You know it. I'm here too. We're here because Rachel, the Crusher Cushing, challenged me to a contest, and through some chicanery, she found herself a partner, the great Clark Wolf, a legend of the game.
So to speak. She beat Finstock once. By the hair of her chinny chin chin.
And now we're here.
Now the time has come for us to unite two of the greatest players we've ever seen here in the Schmoedown.
Absolutely, absolutely. They are an intimidating duo, and they are intimidating on their own. I can't wait to compete with them.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the ShireWolves.
Hello, thank you.
Hey, girl, hey.
Sometimes people, the hype train rolls out of the station in front of the actual results that will eventually happen. And I think that, I still think she's a future champion, but I think sometimes that ship comes into port too soon. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and ever since they joined Emma Fyffe's crew.
Oh, yeah.
What a whack job crew that is.
A lot of people believe that Ken is the reason that I joined the league in the first place almost a year ago, but the truth is, Clark is the reason, because one day last year we were sitting on the sidelines watching a match. I might have mouthed a few answers. She looked over at me and afterwards said, "You need to be playing out there in the ring." And as you all know, that was quite the leap for me to make, but with her behind me since day one, I think I've proved myself, and for us to come together kind of feels like destiny.
The Patriots are still the champions, so...
Patriots are still the champions.
Yeah, absolutely. You could just pause and just... You could use this at any point in time. You could cut this back into any promo later on. The Patriots are still the champions. You could use that any time you want, cameraman. Just put it all together in iMovie, and you're okay.
I want a belt. I want this team belt. There's no cutesy little bullshit anymore. I'm coming for those team belts. Yes, this is classy and sassy.
I love the sassy's coming out. We love it.
Little southern sassy.
We might be called the Lion's Den, but today, we're the Dream Crushers.
And bottom line, ShireWolves and whatever her faction is called, you're all losers.
You're the loser, Tom.
Lots of shots fired.
No surprise.
The Lions Den talking about hype, talking about how they've seen hype happen before. They mentioned the Patriots are still the champions, obviously. Ken doesn't seem like he's sweating this at all. Dagnino is not sweating this. He's played Clark Wolf before in the past. He lost, but he did hold his own. Yeah. And then you see the Fyffe Club, and you see what the ShireWolves, how much this means. And the thing that stood out to me was Clark Wolf. We know Clark Wolf. She can be sassy and classy, but the thing is, she wants that team belt. Absolutely. She made it clear. She has her teammate, and we're ready to go.
I can't wait.
But there's the tail of the tape right here. Obviously, with the Alliance Den, you got 80s movies, you got romantic comedy movies, you've got being just awful, awful people is their strength of theirs. And then if you switch on over to the ShireWolves, you have horror films, Oscar films, and being some of the classiest individuals to beat despicable people that we've ever seen.
That's very true and a very good strength.
Thank you. All right, I'm ready to go. Are you?
I am ready to go, Christian.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the movie trivia. Introducing first, representing the Lions Den, making their team debut. They would like to be known as the Dream Crushers. Give it up for Tricky Tom Dagnino and the Pitfalls Ken Napzok, the Dream Crushers. Look, that is awful. That is awful. You are awful. Look at it, they're dressed like homeless people.
I drinking too much?
Ken used to walk around in suits, and now he's transformed into a piece of. He's like baby Dagnino, like baby Groot.
The name's Bobby Gucci, you clown.
Well, your face is stupid.
That's my name.
All right. Bobby Gucci, thank you.
And their opponents, representing the Fife Club, making their Schmoedown team debut, Rachel the Crusher Cushing, Classy Clark Wall, ShireWolves. There's their manager, Emma Fife of the Fife Club, and there's Rachel Cushing. We got the peaches coming in. Peaches are coming in. Look at that, the Rockford peaches are here.
This is fantastic.
And they're ready. What an entrance already. What an entrance.
You did not expect anything less. When I was partners with Clark Wolf, we would know how to do it. We know how to entrance, and they are continuing the tradition now. I love this.
Look at Emma Fife already being an amazing manager, shaking the hand. She's not gloating for the camera like another manager that I know that comes in and just smiles at the camera. She's more concerned about her players and not herself.
That's right. She's a good person.
Right. Okay, so round number 1 is going to work like this. We're going to give 8 questions to the competitors. They're going to write their answer on the board. They have 15 seconds to answer the question. Don't forget about the JTE rule. Don't forget about the challenge rule. Ladies, do you have any questions? Are you ready to go?
Yeah, I have questions.
I didn't ask you. Ladies, do you have any questions?
Go ahead, lady. Ask your question.
The ladies love me.
What do you got?
Spelling.
Yeah.
I mean, how close do we have to be here?
You can't. If I ask
what kind
you,
of game are we playing?
If I ask you who played Black Panther, the star of Black Panther, you can't say Chadwick Boseman.
I won't. Damn close.
I won't give that
was so
to you.
close.
And I won't give you.
Look, I know I'm here to be kept down. I know that.
And I won't give you Damien Kazeel.
Chips are stacked against me
Yes,
per
Clark.
usual.
How many of the JTE rules do we get?
We have 3 for the entire match.
Copy.
ShireWolves, are you ready?
Yes.
Ready?
Lions Den, are you ready?
Yeah, born.
Yeah, you want us to be ready.
Born. Let's get ready to Schmoedown! All right, round number 1, question number 1. In the realm of dramas, in Devil's Advocate, who plays Keanu Reeves' new boss and the devil himself?
I like this movie.
I really like this movie.
This movie is underrated.
It's a bit campy, but I think it's
Sure,
it's
but
awesome.
that's the goodness
I like
of
it. I like it. 5,
Al
4,
Pacino.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. Clark.
Hooah! Al Pacino.
Correct. Ken.
Al Pacino.
Correct. Rachel.
Al Pacino.
And moron.
You know, I met him in an ice cream store.
Okay, show your hands.
Al Pacino.
Sure.
All right, everyone. Question number 2 comes in the category of comedies. Bill Murray starred in 1993's Groundhog Day opposite which actress?
Some groans in the crowd.
I feel like I've been here before.
5,
Done this before, haven't
4, 3, 2,
Andy McDowell.
1. Pens down. Pens down, Danilo. Ken.
Don't drive angry, Andy McDowell.
Correct. Rachel.
Andy McDowell.
Correct. Tom.
Shelley Duvall.
Incorrect.
Incorrect.
She's talented.
That's nonsense.
Really talented.
And
Andy McDowell.
that's correct.
Thank you.
That was quick on the 5 too,
We
man. That
will
was
look
real
at your
quick on the 5.
penmanship too. There.
Here we go. You can use your JTE rule if you wanted to. Besides, that was
saying it was quick on
as
5.
Roka also knows, scribble will not be tolerated. That's right. Here we go. Next question. I get a groan, but there we go. Too soon. Here we go. Next question. I'll play the heel. Fantasy sci-fi. This 2006 M. Night Shyamalan film that revolved around a swimming pool starred Bryce Dallas Howard, Paul Giamatti, and Jeffrey Wright.
Furiously riding down there.
This is a competitive game. Look at them.
Yeah.
5,
Lady
4,
in the water.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. Rachel.
Lady in the Water.
Correct. Tom.
Lady in Agua.
That's he's got it.
Yeah, he's got it. All right. We'll
He's
accept
got
it.
it. He's got it. Clark.
Lady in the water.
And Ken.
Lady in the water. Can I get a? Is this too late to change some things with this guy? Agua.
Yeah, Agua. Wow. Okay. Wow, you know, well, we got a lot of Spanish fans out here.
All right. Here we go.
Tension among the two. All right, I like it.
I know, a little beef already.
Question number 4.
Unbelievable.
Question number 4 comes in action adventure. Lord Humongous is the name of the main villain from which film in the Mad Max franchise? That's a good question.
It is a good question.
Yeah.
You got to give a shout out there to Chris Skoliski.
Yeah.
And his team of writers.
Yeah, it made me think a little bit. And I just looked at the answer.
5,
Road Warrior.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, please. Pens down, Rachel. Tom.
Thunderdome?
That's incorrect.
Incorrect.
Sorry, Clark.
Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome?
That's incorrect. Ken.
Look, man, I didn't go to Burning Man. Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome.
That's incorrect. And Rachel.
I started writing Road Warrior.
That
But
would
I
have
didn't
been
get it
correct,
all.
but you didn't get it. So it is the Road Warrior Man
Wow,
next to us.
clears
Nobody
it.
gets
Nobody gets
Nobody
it.
gets
Tina
it.
Turner was
It was
the
a
villain
tough
in
question.
Thunderdome.
I'll give you that. I'll give
All
you
right,
that.
so next question here is in animated. Animated. Who voiced the lead character of Emmett in the Lego movie?
Such a charming movie.
I love that movie.
I love that movie.
You still haven't done a sequel. Tom
No,
Danino's
they haven't.
perplexed anytime you ask him about animated.
I don't think he's seen an animated movie.
No, he is an animated character. 5,
He is.
4,
Not good
Ferrell?
animation, though.
3, 2, 1. Clark Wolf.
Chris Pratt.
Correct. Ken.
I totally guessed. Chris Pratt.
Correct.
Nice.
Rachel.
Chris Pratt.
Yes, and Tom.
George Clooney.
Incorrect. That's
should've-
close. ShireWolves taking a 2-point lead, but Ken is playing very well. Tom has missed 2.
If the movie was made like 10 years earlier, that would have been it.
Speaking of which,
We're doing pretty good.
80s movies. Here we
All
go.
right, the next question, 80s movies. Your question. Who plays Inigo Montoya in the cult classic The Princess Bride? Clark Wolf off and running
Yeah,
right
Clark
now.
Wolf wrote this
Do it
before we even asked the
immediately.
question.
Mandy
And
Patinkin.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands down. Ken.
Mandy Patinkin.
You got it. Rachel.
Mandy Patinkin.
Tom.
Carrie Elways.
And Clark.
Mandy Patinkin.
All right, so Ken Knapsack here, keeping the Lions
Keeping
Den
it
alive.
alive.
10-7.
It's good in the
10-7. 10-7 as the Shirewolves are kicking ass, but still, Ken Knapsack is playing great. It's 10-7 here.
I'm offended. Carrie Elways, come on.
Next question here is the category of horror/thriller. Horror thriller. Ryan Reynolds, Rebecca Ferguson, and Jake Gyllenhaal starred in this horror thriller that took place on the International Space Station.
Interesting question.
Okay,
I like
Clark.
this.
Life.
Clark
Immediately, she's just dialed in.
Clark is on fire right now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Rachel.
Life.
Correct. Tom. Didn't have it. Clark.
Life.
And Ken.
Correct.
I want you all to consider watching Fire in the Sky with D.B. Sweeney.
Shirewolves, UFO movie. See, that's
Also
that's
good.
a good movie.
Very
I'll
good.
take it.
Very good.
But that,
Very good.
that shows you, though, that Ken can't afford to miss because Tom ain't getting nothing.
I don't know that movie.
All right.
I don't know that movie.
Your last question comes in the category of directors. Name the last film directed by Stanley Kubrick. That's a good question. I like that
I like
question.
that question as well. 5, 4, 3, 2,
Eyes wide
1.
shut.
Mr. Gucci.
I just got back from a party here. Similar. Eyes Wide Shut.
That is correct. Clark.
I was also at that party.
Yeah, classy.
Eyes wide shut.
Sassy. Ken.
We went together.
My 7th grade birthday party was similar. Eyes wide shut.
And Rachel.
I have no funny quip. Eyes wide shut.
There it is.
You got it. That's a funny
So
enough.
how about that for a debut? The Shirewolves only missing one apiece. It's 14-9.
That is
As we
powerful.
get into round number 2, the Shirewolves here, 14 points as we hit round number 2. And the second round going to work like this. The wheel is going to come out. They will get 6 questions in any category. Now they will spin the wheel. If they land on a category that they don't like the first time, they can spin again, unless, of course, it lands on opponent's choice. Then they have to take whatever their opponents choose for them. A wheel slice for today's match was sponsored by one of our Schmoedown patrons on patreon.com/Schmoedown. The sponsored wheel slice for today's match is Dance Movies. Dance Movies is sponsored,
That cuts
and that has cut deep for both the team we used to know as the Nerds Watch that sunk them at the Collider Collision last year. So what's going to happen? Is someone going to hit it? We'll find out in just a little bit. So the Shirewolves, you guys have a 14-9 lead here. Would you like to go first or second?
Let's go first.
You're going to go first.
There
Okay,
it
so
is.
please choose who wants to spin. All right, so
descending the crusher.
Crusher's going
to
over.
crush the spin.
Yeah, they look confident.
Yeah, they
the
do.
confidence
They're
in these
just
ladies is unbelievable.
Barely breaking a sweat.
And here it is. But that's how dangerous the ShireWolves are. If they can both score 7 points, that's going to be hard for teams to keep up with. I don't care who
They've
it is.
already got a great lead. And if they get something in their wheelhouse,
Action
adventure.
They're going to spin again? They're spinning again.
Spinning again, all right.
Someone's scared.
Someone's scared. Okay.
No, it's a smart move. That's, if anything, action adventure. Dagnino can hang
Yeah,
with
we've seen teams have strong first rounds and then get a category they do.
Wait.
We got a game now.
Comes in.
All right.
But if anybody can handle it, it's these two. I know they can use their mind, they can use multiple choice, and they can get through this.
6 questions.
A little known fact, I went to Juilliard.
Come on, ShireWolves, you got this.
Classically trained.
Not true.
Okay. Here we go. Question number 1 in dance. Question number 1 in dance. In order to achieve their dream of opening a recording studio, 2 friends must win their city's dance contest in what 2000s film?
Multiple choice.
Is it A, make it happen, B, take the lead, C, you got served, D, feel the noise?
C, you got served. C.
Can you repeat the options?
Yes.
Does that count?
Yeah, no, you can repeat the options.
Okay.
Yeah. A, make it happen, B, take the lead, C, you got served, D, feel the noise?
You got served.
B.
It's incorrect. They steal.
D, feel the noise.
Looking for C, you got served. C, you got served.
Nobody got it. All right.
All right.
All right.
Okay. Question number 2. In Save the Last Dance, the second piece of Sarah's Juilliard edition must be in what dancing style?
Ballet.
5.
Hip hop.
It's incorrect. The steal.
Ballet.
Ballet.
Contemporary.
That's the same thing.
Contemporary.
Not even
No,
close.
it's not. That's incorrect.
Same thing. Contemporary. So it's incorrect. All right.
Contemporary ballet. Yeah, contemporary ballet.
Contemporary hip hop. I mean.
Yeah, right. So that is incorrect.
No, adult contemporary. What you dancing? The Hall and Oates or something?
And you're a dope.
Okay, whatever.
Moving on.
You're a dope.
All right.
Question 3. In The Full Monty, who played Gaz Schofield, a former steelworker who forms a striptease group in hopes of making enough money to pay his child support?
I've never seen the
Get
film.
enough full Monty questions. This is interesting.
Is it Robert Carlyle?
That's correct for 2 points.
2 points. Boom. They needed that one. It's
Yep.
good to see him.
All right, next question here. Who directed Black Swan?
Darren Aronofsky.
Darren Aronofsky.
2 more points. Coming back a little bit here. All right. Okay. Which dance movie is set against the backdrop of a coal mining town?
Okay.
Footloose.
That's incorrect.
Flashdance?
Looking for Billy Elliot. Billy Elliot. Billy Elliot.
What, the chess player?
All right, so that is
The chess player?
1. Okay. All right. Violet works at a pizza restaurant before moving to New York in this dance film.
Multiple
Coyote
choice?
Ugly.
Is it A, Footloose,
Coyote
B,
Ugly.
Honey, C, Coyote Ugly, D, Save the Last Dance?
Coyote Ugly.
Coyote Ugly?
That's 1 point. There you go. Okay, so they still have a 10-point lead. They still have a 10-point lead.
Look, they struggled in this category, but it's a category that is not picked a
That
lot.
is not a. That's going to sink most teams.
Yeah.
That's going to sink most
They
teams.
were able to use multiple choice. They were to get a couple there. They are in this. These guys.
Now the den.
Good luck,
The
Den.
den.
Use your traps.
The
Use your
den.
traps,
The
Tom.
den is up, but look, this is not over for the den. They can come back pretty quick if they have a strong round. There's 80s up there. There's action adventure. There's Charlie Sheen. There's sports movies.
Can I spin this thing?
Go, fuckface.
That's his new nickname.
You don't spin that damn wheel. Spin the wheel. No.
What are you doing, science?
There's no pitching clock.
There it is.
That's
All
good.
right.
That's good. Turn around, walk away.
It's a decent spin.
Well, the opponent's choice is still on that wheel as well.
Yes, it is. All right, wait a minute. No, here we go.
Oscar movies. Oscar
Yeah.
movies.
Are you going to take that, guys?
Oscar movies? They're going to take Oscar movies?
Taking Oscar movies?
Rachel's daring them. Rachel's daring them to take it. Rachel looks like Jaws.
Yeah, she's just hovering there in the water.
You're going to have Oscar movies. You're going to have Oscar movies in 5, 4.
No, we're spin again.
All
Spin
right,
again.
they're spinning again. Spinning away from the Oscars.
Tense match here. Tense match.
I'm enjoying the hell out of myself right now.
too.
It's a great match.
10 points.
I know what you can do in that category.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh. No.
That's appropriate.
Charlie Sheen.
That's appropriate.
Inches.
We'll take that.
Charlie.
It is appropriate, you guys.
All right. Charlie Sheen.
All right, gentlemen.
It's better.
Your first question in the category of Charlie Sheen. Clint Eastwood plays a veteran detective who gets stuck with a rookie cop, played by Charlie Sheen, to chase down a German crook in what film?
Five.
Multiple choice.
Is it A, The Arrival, B, Loaded Weapon, C, Shoot First, or D, The Rookie?
D.
The rookie.
The Rookie.
For 1
That's
point.
correct for 1 point. The audience with 1 boo. All right, question number 2. What is the profession of Charlie Sheen's character in Machete Kills?
He's the president. He's the president.
Is that the one with Danny
Are
Trejo?
you
sure he was in that? Can we check IMDb?
He was in
5.
that movie.
Multiple choice.
Let's
All
go.
right. Is it A,
President.
a hitman, B, a game show host, C, the President of the United States, or D, a Martin Sheen impersonator?
The president.
That's correct for
1
1 point.
point.
All right, well, they got that one. All right, we're moving on to your third question, gentlemen. Which film saw Charlie Sheen join forces with Kiefer Sutherland, Oliver Platt, and Chris O'Donnell?
Three Musketeers.
Ken Hamza grabs 2 points on that. And we move on to your next question. What team do the Indians defeat to win the pennant and advance to the playoffs in Major League?
Major
New York
League One, right?
Yankees.
Yeah.
Major League One.
The New York Yankees.
That's
2
correct
points.
for 2 points. All right, and it's 19 to 15. Lions End coming back right now. And your fifth question in Charlie Sheen. What state is the setting for the action hit 1984's Red Dawn? That's a good question. I like that question a lot.
I'm impressed with the Lions in here. This is a strength of them.
This
5,
is.
4.
Multiple choice. Multiple choice.
All right, is it A, Montana, B, New Mexico, C, Oregon, D, Colorado?
C. Oregon.
B, New Mexico.
That is incorrect for the steal.
It's Colorado.
1 point.
That's a big steal. That is a big steal.
All
That's
right.
a good steal. And your last question in Charlie Sheen, gentlemen. Who directed Charlie Sheen in 1987's Wall Street? Groans from the audience.
Yeah. Oliver Stone.
That's
All
correct.
right, so we have a 3-point lead here by the ShireWolves.
Trick question.
Now look, if you look at what happened there, the ShireWolves still fought very, very hard and got themselves with a 10-point lead with a very strong, very hard category with dance
That was
movies.
a tough one, yeah.
Lions Den hits one of their strengths, and Charlie Sheen does very well. We have 3 points here as we go into round number 3, and round number 3 is going to work like this. The teams will get 3 numbers from 1 to 20. The first one will be worth 2 points, the second one is worth 3, and the third one is worth 5 points. After hearing the first category, the teams will designate who gets the 2, who gets the 3, and then they can collaborate on the 5. ShireWolves, you have a 3-point lead. 3 numbers, please.
We're going to go 4, 8, and 19.
4, 8, 19, and the Den.
We're going to go 16, 17, and 18.
16, 17, and 18.
Gooden, Hernandez, and
I don't
Strawberry.
care. All right, so now we're going to have 16, 17, and 18 to start for the Den. And we start with 16, and that is Cameron Diaz. Who's taking the 2?
That would be me.
All right, here we go. All right, Cameron Diaz. What Cameron Diaz film featured both Bruce Willis and his ex, Demi Moore?
Charlie's Angels, Full Throttle.
Charlie's Angels?
Need the whole title.
Charlie's Angels Full Throttle?
That's 2 points.
2 points.
That's 2 points.
That's a big pull for.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I'd like to challenge that
what's the
because
challenge? What's the challenge?
he answered.
No, I knew
answered
that was
the
what it was,
first
but I think it was
film was Charlie's Angels. That was his answer.
No, but I thought Charlie's Angels
There's no
was going to be
subtitle
right.
to the first film. He said Charlie's Angels.
Okay, let's. Or to the challenge. If there's a challenge because of the way that I asked the question, they felt I was leading the witness. I guess.
Yeah, but it could have been more specific.
Hold on a second. So we're gonna get a challenge.
Yeah, they got a valid challenge here.
The ShireWolves have challenged this call because Tom gave an answer up top. I kind of gave him a little bit more clues throughout my thing. So we're going to scratch the question entirely. We're going to scratch the question. We're going to give a second one.
Call.
2-pointer. Cameron Diaz's love interest of Stanley Ipkiss is from what film?
The Mask.
That would be The Mask.
2 points.
Okay.
2 points for
Clark is fuming.
They don't like The Mask. They don't really like The Mask.
Okay.
It's a good comedy.
Now we get to Ken Knapsack.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Ken, in the category of action adventure. Carlos Gallardo played the title character in what movie? Five.
Does he play for the A's?
4, 3.
I'm gonna F you. Repeat that. Repeat the question there.
Carlos Gallardo played the title character in what movie?
I've never even heard of this guy.
5, 4.
It's a broad question.
3, 2.
El Mariachi.
That's correct.
That's correct. 3 points.
That's correct. All right, so now we jump to the ShireWolves.
I went to film school, everybody.
Now we jump to the ShireWolves.
All right, you chose the number 4, and that syncs up with the category of Spielberg films. Who would like to take it?
I'll take it.
All right, Clark.
Come
Who
on,
played
Clark.
the mother in 1982's E.T.?
I see her face.
What is her name?
Oh my god.
Oh,
She was in The Howling. D. Wallace.
2 points. 2 points. 2 points. She hits it. Had to pull it out of there, and she did it. All right, so we're bouncing back to the den here because Clark hit it. So
She
now
was also in Cujo.
Now we jump out to the den. Lions Den has their 5-pointer. If they miss it, it goes back to the ShireWolves. If they hit it, they will still go back to the ShireWolves, but they'll have a lead. So they have now number 18. Number 18, dramas. Dramas. Here we go. All right, here's your 5-pointer. In 2014's Frank, who plays musician and Frank's aggressive sidekick, Clara Wagner? Five, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
It's your second one. In 2014's Frank, who plays musician and Frank's aggressive sidekick, Clara Wagner? 5,
never even heard
4,
of this movie.
3, 2.
Repeat the question.
That's the last one. In 2014's Frank, who plays musician and Frank's aggressive sidekick, Clara Wagner? 5, 4, 3.
The answer is Michelle Moynihan.
That is incorrect. Maggie Gyllenhaal is the answer. So now the ShireWolves have 2 opportunities to win the game here. All right, Rachel's going to have a chance to win it with 8.
Come on, Rachel.
All right,
You
Rachel,
got
your
this.
3-pointer in the category. Number 8, you chose Matthew McConaughey films.
All right.
Exactly. Who played the main child in Mud with Matthew McConaughey?
Ty Sheridan.
Thanks, Rachel. Lions Den out. Tom Dagnino ran out. It's the second time he's been beaten by Emma Fife in less than 3 or 4 months here, and now the ShireWolves are off to a good start. Little bit of a scare there when it came to dance movies, and then obviously right up top was stupid-ass Charlie's Angels, and now we're going to be talking to Jen Sturger, who is with the ShireWolves, and I think the Den. Here we go.
What's up, Movie Trivia Schmoedown fans? Jen Sturger here with Emma Fife, the manager of the ShireWolves. Emma, you got to be feeling pretty good about that last performance.
You know, I am. It's another win for me over one Tom Dagnino, and I'm racking them up now. And honestly, you know, these women, they played so well. I'm so proud of their performance today. I mean, obviously they had an unbelievable round one. They each just missed one question, and Rachel frankly knew the answer, as anybody can see. She just needed a little more time to come up with it, which sometimes happens when you're up there under the lights. And let's just say if the other team had spun dance movies, I don't think they would have done as well in that very difficult category as these two women did here.
Absolutely. How are you feeling about their performance going forward?
Listen, you know, any team, when they start out for the very first time together, there's a little bit of bumps in the road, stuff to overcome. In terms of this being a debut match between this team, obviously they've both played incredibly well on their own and as parts of other teams, but I think if today is any indication, you're looking at the future team champions right here.
Absolutely. Ladies, you scrapped tooth and nail for that match. It seemed like everything, you know, they had a great first round, a really strong first round, and then you hit dance movies. And everything just kind of seemed to spiral out from there. Tell me how you were feeling that second round.
I think it was, you know, a challenge. Not every wheel slice is going to go your way. That's how this game works. And our biggest thing today was to see how we played together, how we handled the pressure, how we navigated the questions, and honestly, I think we really kicked ass at that. We took our time, we talked to each other, we communicated, we did what a team needs to do really well, and we navigated a category that is not our strength and still got a number of points, did not allow for any steals, so I call that a win.
And we also didn't play it safe. And that was a choice. That was on purpose because we felt confident that even if we missed it, they probably weren't going to get it too. So why don't we go for the two? And if we hit, we hit. And if we don't, fine. So, you know, that's something I learned from playing with Riley and Wolves of Steel was like we played it safe a little bit, and it just sometimes it works out, but sometimes it doesn't. So we made that choice, and I think it was the right choice.
Were you guys at all concerned when you saw that they hit Charlie Sheen?
Yes.
I was.
I mean, honestly, who else is that category for?
Pretty much. I mean, that's how the game goes. When you get a not strength category and they get a strength category, that makes it a game. That's what makes it the Schmoedown. And it's, like I said, the thing I'm proud of is how we navigated that and how we came together and then how we ran round 3 to get the win. So,
absolutely. And then coming into that last round, obviously a little bit of controversy surrounding the question with Cameron Diaz.
Yeah.
Tell me your thought process with that. You know, how that was, obviously, like, it shook you a little bit.
Yeah, well, my thought process was that he was wrong. He gave the wrong answer because Charlie's Angels is the name of the first movie, and Charlie's Angels Full Throttle is the name of the second movie. So Tom answered the question wrong, and so I'm glad we challenged. Yeah. I'm glad we challenged, and even though it didn't go in our favor, and I still firmly, as I don't know if you can tell, disagree with that.
Giving them a new question.
Yeah, exactly, with giving them a new question. Fortunately, we were able to pull it out in the end.
Absolutely. Mark, you were watching that match. Tell me, were you, when you saw that the Lions Den hit Charlie Sheen movies that second round, were you a little concerned?
Not really.
Knowing their inner workings.
Not really, because they're both drunk all the time. So they don't know which Charlie Sheen movie they're talking about. But I do agree with Clark on the Charlie's Angels question. I thought that was a clear, there are two movies. If they had said Charlie's Angels 2, that wouldn't count. The movie's full title on IMDb is Charlie's Angels Full Throttle. And, you know, but they didn't need it. I mean, it was just one of those things where it was a little bit annoying. And if they had lost, I'd be screaming because because they won, it's a little less, it's still wrong, I think.
Absolutely. Don't burn down the new studio. We just got here. Moving was a nightmare. So, guys, I have to ask you now, after today's win, who do you collectively want next?
Very good question. Certainly down the line, that is, of course, everybody's goal at this point, including ours. I think the thing that when Clark and I came together as a team, the thing that we said was that we wanted to play. You know, whoever. whatever it takes to get to that belt. We're going to earn it. Clark talked about hype. We know we have been hyped up by the fans, and we're excited that, we pulled out a win today to live up to that hype, but we plan on continuing to work hard to earn that. So whoever's next, we'll take them on.
This is definitely a team that puts in the work. As Rachel said, she and Clark, they're going to do whatever it takes in order to get that belt, which they obviously deserve, but they're going to prove that they deserve that belt, and they're not just going to cut the line and jump right to taking on the Patriots, though that will happen. Mark my words.
There's no rush. I think that's the important thing. Rachel and I are not in a huge hurry. We're coming for those belts. I am getting those belts. We are getting those belts. I am going to have a belt, okay?
You have one on right
Extra
now.
belts, gold belts. I'm very intense, as you can see, but I'm not in any hurry. And I think that's something else I learned from the Wolves of Steel was all the expectation of like, well, you should have a belt tomorrow. And that's not how it goes. That's not how teamwork is. So I think for us, like, we're ready for whoever's next, but there's no rush.
And let's not forget, Emma, you still have that number 1 contender spot out there lurking.
I do.
Any chance you're cashing it in?
I haven't made a decision regarding that as of just yet. As I say, obviously, I would be happy to give it to this team any day because I know in my heart of hearts that this is going to be the team that takes down the Patriots. However, I want them to do that when they feel ready. And right now, I think we just have a journey of proving how unbelievably talented and intelligent these women are ahead of us before we get there.
Absolutely. Ladies, congratulations on your first win together. I'm sure there's many more to come.
Thank you.
Kim Knapsack, one half of the Lions Den today. Where's your partner?
Tom is doing what any good manager is doing after your team or your players have been cheated. He's off to our lawyer. We are looking at some paperwork. We're looking at maybe some stuff, maybe filing something against this match. Just a lot of shenanigans going on in here.
Filing something?
Yeah, filing some paperwork to maybe reverse the decision of this match. You have 2 announcers who are openly rooting against us. You're a professional sports broadcaster, Jen. You know that you can't have favorites.
I don't show any bias, or try not to.
Right, you can't play favorites. They're actively rooting against us. Some of those questions were just softball questions.
Then softballs, they hit dance movies in the second round. That's not...
Can I give you a hot scoop?
Okay.
Hot scoop, Jen. After Rachel and I lost a match on a dance movie question, she went and studied it. She's playing you out there. She's working you. It's a gimmick. She's saying, I don't really know dance movies. She's been studying. I can assure you that is true.
Wow.
So.
Interesting insight there. But you guys hit Charlie Sheen right after that. And came right back, and you were right back in the game.
Yeah, I will admit that round should have been a little bit more in our favor. Like Charlie Sheen is a spirit animal for Tom. Me with his performance,
possibly his father.
Possibly, and his performance in Young Guns is one of the best of all time. Regulators mount up. I mean, I love Charlie Sheen's work, but we did falter a little bit there. I'll admit that. I thought we could have had some steals. I thought I should have answered. You got served. And I apologize to some my friends afterwards because I think they expected more from me in that round. But that's the way it goes. I feel, though, the game was won or lost in the 3rd round, and that's where just an air of shenanigans emerged.
Were you at all disappointed with Dagnito's performance in the first round?
There was a moment where I lost my cool. I apologized to him profusely between rounds. I shouldn't do that. That's very unprofessional of me. He's a great player. He's a legend. He's one of the building blocks of the Schmoedown, and I shouldn't do that. He had a bad first round. Rachel used to always have bad first rounds, and I'd have to pull her out of that and pull us into the game, and she would then shine in the 2nd and 3rd round. So, I've been there before.
And then coming into that 3rd round, how did you feel about the commissioner's decision to go ahead and give you guys a new question?
Rubbish. That's absolutely rubbish that we even got to that point. Tom answered the question correctly. All right, he had not completed his sentence. There was still an ellipses kind of forming on the edge of his mouth. He was forming the phrase full throttle. If you review the tape, much like if you go back to the Iron Man match and review the tape that the time ran out, you'll see that Tom was completing his sentence.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry that Tom was not here for me to actually ask him questions.
He's doing important work.
Right. What does this mean going forward for you guys?
I'm just waiting to see when I get my chance to take on Sam Witwer again for the Star Wars title. I know there's some other worthy contenders. At least they think they're contenders, and they can sort that all out. I think contractually I do get a rematch, and I think Tom's also looking into that at our office. He's doing what a manager does. He doesn't just cheer on the sidelines. He's handling a lot of the Lions Den business.
Very good. Well, thank you so much for joining me today, Ken. Tough loss today, but I'm sure we'll be seeing more.
It was a very tough loss. The biggest disappointment for me was that Mark Andreyko didn't come out dressed as the Peaches second baseman, Marla Hooch. I really was hoping that would happen.
Back to you guys.
Well, obviously, Dagnino ran off. He doesn't want to be there. Tom trying to cover for him and saying, he had other things, other obligations or whatnot, and he again blaming us and blaming everyone else, blaming the system. But the Shirewolves came to play. When you have that kind of deficit, when you have dance movies, which is not a strong category for most. Yeah. And they still were up by 10 points.
They were still up by 10 points. Look, the Lions, and I'll give credit where credit's due. They hung in there. They got a good story, and they answered some questions. That's great. But to walk out of there, look, any given Schmoedown day, you can have a match like this. But the Shirewolves, they remained calm. They pulled it out with that last winning question. Hell of a match.
Yeah, I'd be nervous if I was most teams out there looking over and seeing the Shirewolves coming. I'd be nervous. You have a lot of these new teams out there. See, that's the thing, is that the Shirewolves are 1-0. There are other teams, brand new teams, that don't have the experience of, say, the Shirewolves, because even though, Clark Wolf has played so many times and was Rookie of the Year, and Rachel Cushing was Rookie of the Year, that doesn't mean that they can't play another team who's 1-0 here. That's the part of the brand new team. So who do they play next? Will it be the world's finest? Will it be superhero news? Will it be, who the hell knows who it's going to be? It could be only stupid answers. We don't know. There's going to be somebody that gets in the way of the Shirewolves, and I would look out.
Yeah, I would definitely look out. It was a hell of a match, and I'm glad to say that they did pull it out.
Well, there you go, guys. That's the match for today. The Shirewolves come out on top here, 25-22 over the Den. And I'm sure we're not going to hear the end of it between the Fife Club and the Lions Den. Thank you guys so much. If you haven't joined Patreon yet, become a patron today. You can get the link in the description. Please go ahead and do that. We just did our live event. I hope a lot of everybody who came out and saw it enjoyed it, had a good time. We're going to be doing another one. Please, we're going to be posting those matches very soon. So thank you once again. For the great Mark Yodi Riley, I'm Christian Harloff. We'll see you next time.
What's up, Schmoedown fans? Frank here, and it was the highly anticipated debut of the Shirewolves and their match against that pesky Lions Den.
Well, that's a Schmoedown in the books for you. The Shirewolves coming in strong. They're going to do fantastic things this year. Patriots, you better watch out. The Shirewolves are coming. Ain't nothing else I can say. This is a fantastic match. I'll give the Lions Den, Dagnino and Natsock some credit. They really fought hard in this match. I thought it was going to be a one-sided blowout. So I'll give them props for hanging in there and pushing the Shirewolves to the limit. But in the end, Rachel, Clark, they were victorious. This is the beginning of the takeover of the Fife Club. So if you like my reactions, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, Christopher Woodburn. You can find me on Twitter, Chris Woodburn83, Facebook, Christopher Michael Woodburn. And if you do Schmoedown reactions, come join the MTS Fan Reaction League on Facebook. It's a lot of fun. So until next time, this your boy C-Dub. Peace.